Now I try to get the pictures. But what's popping, y'all? Okay, it's your girl Z. My name is Zoe, but you can call me Z. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back, you know what I'm saying? If you like to subscribe. If you would like to like, if you would like to comment. I don't know why I went like blank for a second. I was like, the fuck am I what am I saying? Anywho. So now let's get into it, shall we? So, story time. Okay, this one you already know is titled The Downpour. And this is basically me talking about hold on. Me basically talking about my father's passing. And oh shit, I want to redo this. No, I'm not gonna redo this. Need a different timer. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. Can I get, thank you 14 minutes, please. 14 minutes. Okay, so anywho, all right. So last video, I was basically getting into like how my life was, and then it started to get into a downward spiral. And now we are in the downpour. Now we're in here because I left off saying that, you know, my father transitioned, right? So let's get into it, shall we? So I'm gonna get into my depression. I'm gonna get into, you know, and how I thought, how like my dad's transition like affected us as quick as I can, within, you know, these short 15 minutes. So anywho, so the way that my father transitioned was quite traumatic, because it was so sudden, one, and two, he was involved in a hit and run, and that was also broadcasted on the news. And that's also why it was also kind of traumatizing, because like I'm getting hit up by people that like I don't really talk to on the daily, that are like sending their condolences and things like that. And not to say that I wasn't grateful, but because it was just so much like on me. Because at the time my mother and my father were not together. They were divorced. And so I was the one, you know, because I'm the oldest. My brother is 6 years younger than me. So at that time I was 20 and he was 16. And right? No. Oh my God. The math was not mathing. He was 14. Right? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, just make sure. Y'all, I gotta count on my fingers still, so do not come for me. Motherfuckers, do not come for me. Okay. I'm a little embarrassed right now, but it's okay. I'm gonna keep it moving. Okay. So anywho. I'm like, damn girl, that math was not mathing. Anywho, so boom. So it was a lot on me. I thank God for my auntie Lavella, because like without her, like I wouldn't have known like what to do. Because she was already used, it's sad to say, but she was already used to like knowing what to do, like when it comes to a burial, you know what I'm saying? Because I had like, for some reason, like my uncle died, you know what I'm saying? Like I think maybe 2 years before my dad died, and or I say transition now, and she was also, doing that for other people and things like that, like helping them with the funeral home and things like that, how to arrange it, blah blah blah. So anywho, um, when I got home, it was just like I had like, it was like I'm on a timer, like, because he's passed there, and also because it was a hit and run, I had to get lawyers. You know what I'm saying? The woman, she eventually, like, once everything, like, because that was a whole process within itself. Like I think that was like almost a year, or at least 6 months of a process for her to get her time. Um, and I necessarily did not like wish that upon her, but because of what happened and how it happened, and then things like that, she got 5 years of jail time. And I'm grateful that like it wasn't, anything longer than that. But like at the end of the day, because of her not stopping, and because of um, her trying to also hide it, with trying to get her car fixed, kind of like fucked up her sentencing. So anywho, so like I'm dealing with a whole bunch of stuff, and I didn't really have enough time to grieve. And I because I'm such a strong person, um a lot of people were just like I don't see like how you're not breaking down. I don't see like I would be, this, that, and the third, but like I'm so like wrapped up in a whole bunch of shit. I'm not even thinking about that shit. Nor was I even taught how to process this type of stuff, because this is my first time really having somebody like that close to me transition. And so I get through the funeral and things like that smoothly, even though I broke down at the funeral. um, Me and my family, we celebrated after, which was a blessing. And after that, a lot of people didn't think that I was going to go back to school, but I went back to school because in my mind, I'm like, my dad would want me to finish school. So let me go back to school. I went back to school maybe like 3, 4 weeks later, or something like that. Um, I think 3 weeks. 3 weeks later, I went back to school, and then it's like that awkwardness. People don't really know what to say. People, wanna cuddle you, but then people are just like, oh, like she seems okay, so let's just let her be, and you know I am starting my depression. I'm not realizing that I'm depressed, because I've never been depressed before. Um, my senior year was when it really shone, um, which I will also talk about. I actually might make this a part two, because this is just a lot. Like, it's a lot going on here, okay? And to anybody that has had a parent transition, just know that it's going to, depending on your relationship as well, I think also, like, depending on the relationship with that parent, that guardian, it's going to determine whether or it's going to determine uh how long I guess I'd say your healing would be. But my advice to those who have gone through something like that or are going through something like that, take your time. Be with yourself. Um, Grieve. Like, truly give yourself time to grieve. Like, don't throw yourself back into how things were, like your old routine. Like, don't even, or do your best, I should say, do your best to maneuver through this, because it's a process. And for me, because it's been 7 years, you know what I'm saying? It took me those 7 years to really like um accept and hone in on my healing, um because of how close me and my dad were, right? So but I send you love, and I send you grace and patience and kindness and gentleness as well. And may you have such a support system, or give yourself that support that you need, instead of seeking it outside of yourself. Um, but yeah, that's just what I had to get off my chest. But anywho, um, so it started to affect us when we were back at school. Um, you know, I just thought about, like, okay, so in my college, right, I went to a art school, right? And at this school, they had like juries, and juries where basically like you're being judged in front of a panel, and they're going to tell you about yourself and about, what you could do better um, at school, you know what I'm saying? Like how you are actually doing in their classes, what they really think about you, and all this type of stuff, right? Which is kind of, it's not kind of, it's, to me, it's just like, it doesn't, it doesn't give like positive like energy. Like, I remember going in there after my dad's passing, and somebody, one of the teachers, right, was saying that, like, my dad passed away in college too, but I still, had my grades up, and I still did this and that and that and the third. Like, it's not an excuse. Like, that's the shit that I was going through, right? Mind you, oh man, I don't know why, but that just hit like I just wanted to, like, I really just wanted to slap the fuck out that motherfucker. But anywho, because I'm not gonna say what teacher did it, and like this like somehow gets to them, and they're like, oh my god, she's talking shit. Anywho, anywho, so yeah, like I like, because of that type of stuff, and then like with dance, like dance being so judgmental, and well, the dance world, like, now I'd say is maybe a little more positive than how it used to be, because like that shit is brutal. Being a dancer is toxic, and well, with the things that I've gone through, you know what I'm saying, which I would talk about another time. But I'm just saying, like, this, like, it's just like a whole bunch of like negative shit that was just not, was it cohesive or whatever the fuck, it's conducive, I don't know. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, it just wasn't like, it wasn't for me at that time. But anywho, running out of time, and I'm doing a part two real quick. Much love and appreciation, and peace and love. Stay bliss, stay motherfucking dangerous. Okay.